Hi, morning.
Yesterday in the practice session, we saw the three pacers, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Arshdeep, and Shami did not come, and even Hardik Pandya. So they were resting. All good with the team.
All good, the team. I think it's just an optional practice session we had, and that's the reason they didn't turn up. So just before the game, you already leave it up to the bowlers how much they want to work, but that's fine. All good with the team.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Just after this game, it's only a quick turnaround to Perth, and 2 days, 5-hour travel and time zones. So has that all been considered coming into the tournament, especially in terms of fast bowlers?
Yeah, I think you got to take care of them. I think we're pretty sort out it in terms of the planning, how we want to go about. And I think from here on, every session that we left is an optional one. So in terms of the maintenance bit, in terms of the physiotherapy, taking care of them, it's important to have them the best shape going every game. And we're taking care of that as well.
Paras, Hardik that day seems he was suffering from the cramps. Is he all right? Is he fit to play?
Yeah, he is. He's all right.
Any considerations to rest him maybe?
No, none whatsoever.
बॉलर को जो क्रेडिट मिलना चाहिए आपको तो झगड़ा करना चाहिए क्योंकि 3 विकेट 2 बॉलर ने निकाले भुवनेश्वर कुमार ने 5.50 से बॉलिंग डाली इट्स लाइक स्कोरिंग 75-80 रन्स तो ये क्रेडिट जो मिलना चाहिए वो कैसे आप बोलोगे एज अ बॉलिंग कोच
आई थिंक जो आप डिस्कशन करते हो वो इंटरनली आप एक्नॉलेज करते हो आई थिंक दैट्स इम्पोर्टेंट आप एज अ टीम अगर वो परफॉर्मेंस शायद वो बंदा प्लेयर विकेट भी ना निकाले पर एक क्रूशल ओवर भी डाले या क्रूशल बॉल भी डाले आई थिंक एज अ टीम हम उसको एक्नॉलेज करते हैं और गेम ऐसे ही रहेगा आई थिंक एवरी इंडिविजुअल भी अंडरस्टैंड करता है कि उसका रोल क्या है टीम में अगर उसने अपना रोल कर दिया है एंड आई थिंक ही इज हैप्पी अबाउट इट सो आई थिंक एज अ टीम वी एक्नॉलेज इट डेफिनेटली अप्रिशिएट करते हैं और वो डिस्कशन होते ही रहता है सो दे आर प्रीटी हैप्पी
सराहना होती है
बाहर वालों से आपने करना चाहिए डेफिनेटली आप प्लीज कीजिए अच्छा होगा
Paras, this is more Shami specific. We all know he was 11th hour inclusion in the team. The circumstances also we know.
Yeah.
So what all did you have to do with him as a bowling coach and to get him ready? Just coming back from COVID-19, and also how would you sum up his 4-hour spell in the first match?
I think it started off from when he went to the NCA. We wanted to have a look at how he felt, how he shaped, what shape he was in. He put in the loads, the numbers there. And so whatever feedback we got, we're pretty happy about it. Look, in his case, he's a very experienced, very seasoned bowler. You know what you're going to get from him. That was sure. But the important bit was how he turned up after the COVID. And we were pretty happy with the recovery at the NCA. Whatever feedback, whatever reports we got, we were pretty happy about it. Out here, he was in good fame, good space. The whatever discussion that we had, he was looking forward to this tournament, and started with the first over that he bowled in Australia. He looked great rhythm, and I think that also gave us the confidence of knowing that what you're going to get from Shami. So yeah, but he's a champion bowler, no doubt.
Paras, talk about Arshdeep Singh. I went only into his 4th month in international cricket.
Yeah,
the last match against Pakistan before the World Cup, he was given the flag for not catching that ball at short third man. And first ball of the World Cup, he got a wicket.
Yeah.
So the rise or the growth of Arshdeep Singh.
He's been doing. If you follow him for the last couple of years, been looking at the way he's performed. I think that one thing really stands up with that kid is his ability to bear pressure. I think he does hard work in the IPL. He does two different phases in the format he bowls. That is the first power play and the death overs. And the composure that he's shown, the clarity of thought process that he's shown, he's a great kid. I think, this is the phase that he'll go through. There'll be ups and downs in his career. But the way he's come back, the quality that he's shown and with the way he's come back and the ability to handle pressure is phenomenal. And I think I'm not really surprised the way he's bowled in the first game as well. So we have a lot of confidence in him. And he has a good future for us.
This is quite early in the Australian season to be playing T20 internationals. We've seen quite a lot of help for the fast bowlers. We saw it at the MCG. What's your general view on the impact the quick bowlers will have as we go through this tournament?
It's going to be challenging, I think, from the batting perspective. You saw the last game. We expected to do a little bit, but didn't really expect it to do as much as what we thought in a game. The initial phase, the first power play is definitely going to be challenging, I think, from the bowler's perspective. But I'm happy. I think that gives an opportunity to get back in the game, pick wickets for the bowling perspective. And it's going to be challenged, good. But having said that, also you got to be able to use the conditions. And if you acknowledge of the adaptability phase will come in, different wickets will possess different challenges, and you should be able to adapt to the length, the lines, depending on the conditions. But yeah, you got to be able to summarize how the wicket is.
For us to your left.
Yeah.
Starting from probably the middle point of the Asia Cup, there's been a lot of scrutiny on the end overs bowling from the Indian perspective. So without giving any secrets away, what's the kind of work that you've done? And are there like identified end over specialists, or is it just on the fly, depending on how things work that day?
No, obviously, I think the end overs has been not only for us, has been a challenge for other teams as well. And if you look at the other teams as well, the last game itself, people have gone for runs. We acknowledge that it's going to be a challenging phase. Yes, we have bowlers for it. We're prepared for it. And for us, we identified those bowlers who are going to be our that specialists as well. Having said that, I think in this format, you got to be adaptable. You got to be able to kind of have other options available in case required. So it not be maybe seam bowlers, you might be spinners. I think you want to put in those challenges. You got to think differently at times. But we have those bowlers. We have our plans sorted in that.
Paras, like in Ashdeep, for example, has never bowled in Australia, and he comes in and he gets his lengths and lines like perfect. What kind of, like, can you give us an insight into the kind of preparation that has gone into it for somebody to just come in and just get it spot on?
It starts with a lot of discussion. Obviously, in terms of he's the kind of guy who likes to talk a lot. He has a chat with the other senior guys, and I've seen him discussing a lot with Bhuvi and Shami as well, because those guys are played out here. So it's kind of learning that he's taken. He's trying to implement that in a game. I'll give that credit to him as well. Obviously, you having a chat and understanding what is required, but to be able to go out there and execute it and do it yourself as individual skills comes in. So in that sense, I'd give the credit to him.
Paras, to your left.
Yeah.
After a high intensity, high pressure game like Pakistan, what is it like to build up to the next game and the remaining games in a tournament?
The discussion I always had was every game in a tournament like this is important. Yes, the first game we knew the hype around it. It's always going to be a high intensity and a big clash. But having such games done and dusted in the first phase itself, it's good. Had this game been maybe in the third or fourth game, would really sometimes take that effect on the following games. But having this game and out of that's good. Every game from here we knew in a World Cup is important. Every team that is part of this tournament has worked its way up, is important, has done something good, and that's the reason they're out here. And we take it like that. And every game we're going to focus on the individual, not the individuals, but the team itself and that team on a given day. But one day at a time.
Paras here.
Yeah.
Was any instruction given to Ashwin when he went out to bat?
I think it's the other way around. When it comes to Ashwin, I think he tells us this is what I'm going to do. So no, I think it's just the way he is. The individual is to show so much of composure out there, the presence of mind to actually leave that ball. If you look at it, any other individual at that stage would just swing his bat, but that's Ashwin for you. So top player.
And he has also talked about the cold conditions,
Yeah.
difficulty. How difficult were the conditions?
I think from sitting outside was more difficult. I guess everything was in. If you see others, the players were on the ground without the sweaters. But if you see the support staff sitting out there, we wanted more jumpers. So, but yeah, it was Kandy. It was challenging. The conditions were challenging. It was cold. But yeah, we expected that. We had this when we played in Perth. We experienced this as well. And we knew looking ahead in the months that we were playing out here, we expected those conditions. Yeah.
Paras, hi. This is Preeti from Z News.
Hi, Preeti.
I just wanted to ask you, although you say that every match is important in a World Cup, but is there talk of resting some key players for the match against Netherlands?
No, no, we're not going to rest anyone. I think when you have a momentum going in a tournament, you need individuals to be in the form as well. And for some, haven't got an opportunity to someone like Bat. So every game it becomes important, and they wouldn't be looking at resting anybody.
Hi, Paras, towards your left. Hardik bowled brilliantly against Pakistan, and considering that he can regularly bowl 4 overs in every match, is there any possibility that we can go in with an extra batter? It will give extra cushion to the batting lineup.
I think that will totally depend on the conditions that we play. Purely on that. It's good that Hardik does give you that four overs option, and that's what we wanted. He brings a lot of balance to the team once he does that. And he's also been very effective for us. He's picked up wickets, and that's important for us. But having said that, getting a batsman in or the different combination will purely depend on the team that we are playing and also the conditions. Hi, Rohit.
इस तरह की बातचीत हुई है क्या मैचअप्स के लिहाज से टीम इंडिया सोच रही है या इस लिहाज से सोच रही है कि अश्विन को विद बैट थोड़ा सा हैंडी हो जाता है उस तरीके से यूज करना है क्या कॉन्वर्सेशन है दोनों के साथ कि कौन कब कैसे
आई थिंक दोनों पॉइंट्स वैलिड होते हैं. फर्स्टली आप मैचअप्स भी देखेंगे, आप जिस टीम के अगेंस्ट खेल रहे हो आप उनके कॉम्पोजिशन देखते हैं, उनके बैटिंग कॉम्बिनेशन देखते हैं, आप अपना होमवर्क काफी करते हैं कि कौन से प्लेयर्स हैं जो स्ट्रगल करते हैं, कौन से टाइप ऑफ बॉलर्स है ऐसे बैट्समैन स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं. सो एक वो होता है. और दूसरा एडिशनल एक चीज है अश्विन के इसमें कि वो बैटिंग भी ऐड करता है. सो दोनों पॉइंट्स हम देखेंगे जब आप एक अश्विन को चूज करते हो. सो वो टीम में क्या लाता है इन टर्म्स ऑफ और कॉम्पोजिशन वाइज भी हमें क्या बैलेंस ऑफर कर रहा है एक होगा. पर हर एक एज आई सेड हर एक वेन्यू डिफरेंट चैलेंज होगा, विकेट्स अलग होंगे और वो कॉम्बिनेशन वो विकेट को देख के भी कभी कभी वो कॉम्बिनेशन चेंज करने पड़ेंगे. शायद ऐसे कंडीशंस में अगर लगा तो आप 4 सीमर्स भी खिला सकते हो, 5 सीमर्स भी खिला सकते हो. वो हम क्वाइट फ्लूइड है वो चीज के बारे में. बट अश्विन डेफिनेटली ये चीज लाता है टीम में.
Paras bhai, good morning.
Morning.
Want to ask that since the team is looking at conditions and what are the kind of conditions or opposition you're looking at playing Yuzvendra Chahal as and when you decide to play him? Is there any specifics you're looking at an opposition while playing him in the 11?
We're looking at obviously the balance of the team that playing against and the batsman that you're playing. And as I just mentioned, I think you also look at the matchup options. Sometimes you got to think on those lines as well. So there's no particular condition that you're going to look at. So you don't expect to have turning tracks out here. Maybe you'll have some tracks that will help a little bit of spin. We'll look into it because some of the games are playing second, right? So there's a lot of wear and tear as we go into the tournament. There'll be a lot of wear and tear on the wickets. Well, we feel with an opportunity to have an additional spinner will help. We will go with him. So.
पारस भाई, विमल कुमार दिस साइड. हर कोई विराट कोहली की ऑब्वियसली बात कर रहा है, लेकिन हार्दिक पांड्या ने जो उस मैच में बैट एंड बॉल से दोनों किया, प्लस उनको लेकर जिस तरह टीम मैनेजमेंट का है, किस तरह से उनको यूटिलाइज कर, क्या ये भी स्ट्रेटेजी है कि जो मतलब थोड़े बहुत लेसर मैचेस हैं उनमें उनको रेस्ट दिया जाए, उनको और कॉटन वूल में ही रख के चल रहे हैं, ये स्ट्रेटेजी होगी?
नहीं, स्ट्रेटेजी तो है कि हार्दिक बेसिकली सब मैच खेलना चाहता है. दैट्स वो एक इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है. और जैसे अभी मेंशन किया था, हम ये नहीं देख रहे कि किसको रेस्ट करना है, वो सोच किसी के प्लेयर के बारे में नहीं है. आई थिंक हार्दिक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट प्लेयर है हमारे लिए. बैलेंस ऐड करता है, बॉलिंग भी कर रहा है, बैटिंग भी कर रहा है. और अदर देन दैट उसका जो ग्राउंड पे जो एटीट्यूड है, पिछले आपने लास्ट मैच में देखा, क्रूशियल इनिंग खेला. यस, विराट ने मैच गेम फिनिश किया हमारे लिए. बट एक स्टेज पे जो एक एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर चाहिए, जो एक मोमेंट रिकॉग्नाइज करने के लिए कि अगर हम ये गेम एंड तक लेके जाएंगे, प्रेशर ऑब्वियसली उन पे शिफ्ट होगा. टू एक्नॉलेज दैट वो एक एक्सपीरियंस भी चाहिए. सो आई थिंक जो परफॉर्मेंस विराट ने किया उसका काफी श्रेय आप हार्दिक को भी देना चाहिए. बिकॉज जब वो अंदर गया था, कंडीशंस डिफिकल्ट थे. हमसे 6 ओवर में 35 रन थे, 4 विकेट ऑलरेडी गिर चुके थे. तो इजी फेज नहीं था. पर आई थिंक जो बातचीत एक चाहिए एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर लाता है और जो डिस्कशंस होता है उसके कारण विराट को काफी हेल्प पड़ी. सो आई थिंक हार्दिक वो बैलेंस ऐड करता है. गेम तो है ही उसका है, पर अदर देन दैट जो इतना क्रिकेट खेला है, आई थिंक जो एक्सपीरियंस ऐड करता है इट्स रिप्लेसेबल. सो हम वो डिसीजन हम बात ही नहीं कर रहे कहाँ पे हम किसको रेस्ट देना है. आई थिंक यहाँ पे हम देख रहे हैं कि एवरी मैच इंपॉर्टेंट है और फाइनल्स तक.
थैंक यू. फाइनल क्वेश्चन.
हाय पारस भाई.
हाय.
शमी ने जो पहली बॉल डाली अभी इधर 140 के आसपास थी ऑलमोस्ट
जी.
तो आपका क्या प्रोसेस रहता है सभी तेज गेंदबाजों के साथ कि क्या फोकस करना है, स्पीड पे, लेंथ पे, आपका क्या उनको मैंडेट रहता है?
आई थिंक मैंडेट इंपॉर्टेंट है कि फिट रहे भाई साहब, वो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है. आई थिंक शामी के केस में इतना क्रिकेट खेल चुका है, इतना एक्सपीरियंस है. आई थिंक ऑनेस्टली मुझे ज्यादा उस चीज पे बताना नहीं पड़ता. ये सम डिस्कशन उतना ही होता है कि विकेट्स कैसे हैं, क्या कर सकते हैं, एडिशनल ऑप्शंस बॉलिंग में बॉल वाइज हम क्या चूज कर सकते हैं. डिस्कशन सिर्फ उसके बारे में है और मे बी बैट्समैन के बारे में कि सरफेस के बारे में क्या होता है, कैसे विकेट बिहेव कर रही है. सो वो बॉल ऑप्शंस के बारे में. आई थिंक अदर देन दैट आई थिंक वो इतने क्रिकेट खेल चुके हैं, अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं उसका रोल टीम में क्या है, वो अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं. एंड अदर देन दैट कोई डिस्कशन जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ती मुझे उनसे बात करने के लिए.
Great. Thanks very much, everyone, for your time. That concludes the press conference.
Thank you. Thanks.